Have you ever seen an ad on social media? Or perhaps you've seen a link in someone's Instagram stories or maybe in someone's newsletter where you were taken to a landing page. Now, I use a ton of landing pages in my own business and also for my clients' businesses to help them collect leads on social media, to grow their sales, and ultimately to increase their inquiries for some of those with service-based businesses. Landing pages are the ultimate secret weapon in my mind when it comes to succeeding online. Because what's the point of creating all your amazing social media engagement and content and also creating all your amazing content in your newsletter and your website without someone being able to take that next step? So for example, buying your products, inquiring about your services, or maybe just signing up to be an email subscriber. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laurie Wang. If you're new here, on this channel, I create content by simplifying online marketing and social media for entrepreneurs and content creators, with a dose of business building and mindset tips based on my personal experience of running a social media consulting and also training company here in London. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and also notification bell so you get notified every time I release a new video. Today's video is sponsored by Leadpages. Leadpages helps small businesses connect with an audience, collect leads, and close sales. You can easily build websites, landing pages, pop-ups, alert bars, and beyond. Now, I've used Leadpages throughout my entire business journey, ever since when I first got started in the online space. And on some of my landing pages, I've been able to generate over 60% of conversion rate just for those who actually land on my landing page for the very first time. It just shows how much you can leverage landing pages in your business to effectively collect leads, to generate more sales online, and ultimately increase inquiries in your service-based business or increase sales in the product-based business as well. There are lots of beautiful templates on Leadpages that I just love. It makes it so easy for me to create them in just minutes. And I will show you how to do that in this video as well. You can check it out in the link below in the description for your special trial of Leadpages for the first 14 days for free, and you can sign up to a paid account after that if you really love the product. All right, let's jump into today's video. So for those of you who are new to using landing pages in your business, what is a landing page and why do you actually need it? I mean, you're probably wondering, right? What's the difference in creating a landing page versus creating a website? So I want to break it down here saying that there are definitely similarities, but lots of differences. Now, a website is your home on the internet. It's your little corner of that space. So you have everything on there possible from your about me information or about your company, or perhaps there's about contacting you, how to actually get in touch with you, what's your business all about, what you're actually selling as a service or product, all kinds of information in one place. There are lots of things for your first-time website visitors to actually look at. Now, on the other hand, when it comes to landing pages actually serve a specific purpose. A purpose, let's say, to collect email subscribers. Let's say when they click on the link in your social media profile, they can then sign up to be an email subscriber in exchange for a free download, for example. Or maybe they could be serving a purpose of generating sales. Now, there are lots of landing pages that are essentially sales pages. So someone who might come to that page for the very first time, read through all the information on that landing page, and ultimately can buy your product or services. And it can also serve a purpose of generating leads, right? So let's say you're currently running a webinar, an online training session, free training session for your audiences. You can use landing pages to create the event itself, and people can actually sign up using your landing page, eventually to be notified on when the webinar goes live. And therefore, you not only generated a list of potential audiences, but also people that you can actually reach out later to potentially sell your product or services down the line. Now, you might be wondering, why would you create a page just for other people to fill out their information on that landing page? So here's the reason why. Did you know that over 92% of people that landed on your website for the very first time may never return? And that's done by a recent study by Episerver. So it's really important to make sure that all your effort that you spend on your social media channels and also your other marketing channels online, from an online marketing strategy perspective, that you're driving them towards a central place where you can actually collect their information and ultimately be able to reach out to your audiences for further communication. And also these audiences are actually who you own rather than actually borrow on, let's say, social media platforms where any day the algorithm may change and then you can't reach out to that same audience anymore because they just won't see your content. So it's important to make sure that all your effort, let's say you spend on social media channels and also your other marketing channels, are actually paying off. So you're driving them towards a central place where you can collect their information so they can hear further communication from you on your future offers and also your products. Now, the other reason is that social media are generally rented real estate for your online presence. And let me explain why. And what that means is that on any day, these social media platforms can go offline. And we've seen that with the great social media blackout of 2021, where essentially Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp were down for more than 7 hours in a day. Now, that means during that period, especially if a very busy online business, you're losing that potential to reach out to your audiences during that time and not able to actually have any communication with them at all. Now, worst case scenario, if any of these social media channels actually disappear overnight, which we've seen with Vine in the past, then you will actually lose all of your social media followers that you spent so long to build, and ultimately losing that audience that you spent time to build online over time. Okay, so I hope that convinced you that landing pages are really effective as part of your online marketing strategy. Now, how do you actually generate a compelling landing page that allows others to really want to leave their details with you and perhaps buy your products and services? So here are 5 things I think you should have on your landing page to make sure you're creating the best landing page possible to either collect leads, to generate sales, or maybe generate more inquiries. Number 1 is think about what's in it for your audience. So think about an attention-grabbing headline that perhaps your audience might be really attracted to. So think from their shoes. Now, number 2, people's attention spans are really short, so visuals are everything. So think about what kind of visuals you can put on this page to really bring it to life on what you're looking to demonstrate or show or tell to your audiences. Number 3, this might be a really trivial one that you don't think about, but remove any navigation that you have on the top of the page, because any navigation on the landing page actually takes attention away from what you're looking to drive your audience towards. On a normal website, you normally have a navigation at the top to, let's say, direct people to the home page, to the contact about you page, and also services and products page. Now, on a landing page, you want to have it one purpose and one purpose only, and take away any navigation at the top. So therefore, there's only one direct call to action you're driving your audience towards. And therefore, you're giving your landing page the best chance of success, especially when people have to focus on one thing to do on that page. Now, number 4 is that you can increase your success rate by making sure they include a form on the top of your page. So that's above the fold, as what we say as technical jargon in digital marketing. This is to ensure that your audience can see the form straight away when they land on the first half of the page of the landing page. And sometimes you might lose audiences as they're scrolling through the page, so you're giving your content the best chance of success of collecting that email subscriber or perhaps getting that webinar sign up, so that you can have that at the very earliest opportunity. Now, number 5, this is something that a lot of people don't think about before they put their landing page live, is that you want to make sure you have all your tracking in place on the landing page before you turn it live and sharing it everywhere. So tracking means that any analytic codes that you have for social media ads or perhaps Google advertising. So therefore you can retarget your audiences later for those individuals that landed on the page previously, but maybe didn't take any action on the back of your call to action on the landing page. Sometimes they might just need a little bit more nudge on taking that next step on your offer. So this is really helpful to have that retargeting in place before you even have your page live. So now I'm going to jump into Leadpages to show you how I actually use Leadpages to create a landing page in minutes in my business, so I can leverage that straight away on my social media channels, on my newsletters, or anywhere else online that might need a landing page really quickly but easily at the same time. All right, let's jump in. Hey guys, so here I'm actually on Leadpages landing page template part of the website. And this is where you can choose from all the beautiful designs that Leadpages actually put together, which I absolutely love. And it just makes my life so much easier being able to choose from one of these and essentially off to the races, right? Just being able to create that landing page and then putting it live and then go ahead and start collecting leads and also inquiries, whatever it is I'm using that landing page for, or even webinar signups and things like that. So in this one, I'm going to use a basic one, just going to show you how it works. I'm going to go ahead and choose the basic centered squeeze page here with all the camera equipment behind it. When you click on it, you can just go ahead and start building, or you can preview it to see what it looks like before you decide on picking that landing page design. So I'm going ahead and start building. Now here you want to give your page a name. It's just really to tell yourself what the page is about. It's not really for anything external, so don't worry too much about it. But in this case, I'll just call it demo page. So this way, when you have a list of different landing pages you're currently tracking on the performance wise, you can see which one has actually done better or worse. You can see which one is about, so you can refer back to it later. Okay, so here we have essentially everything's editable on this page, which is really great. And it just makes your life so easy. You can drag things around, change the sizes, whatever it is, it's all doable on this page. So if you have absolutely no coding skills, this is probably the best software for you, like myself. So I'm definitely not very techie at all, but this page made it so much easier for me to create a landing page. So here I'm actually going to go ahead and change the title. So imagine with me here that I'm actually using this demo page essentially as a way to collect leads for those who want to get a list of all the best equipment I recommend for YouTube. So I'll call it 10 tools for YouTube channel. And here, this is actually the button where someone can press on it and actually enter their details. Let's say the email addresses, their names, and things like that. Now, traditionally, you might see that sometimes if there's an email sign up page, usually there is the name and also the email box right there on the front page, and you go ahead and submit. So what I tend to find works better in my personal experience is that if you actually have a button on the landing page, people more likely to click on the button, and that leads them to additional pop-up box where they can actually sign up to the email, whatever it is that they're signing up for. But usually there's a higher success rate. And the reason for that is people tend to click on the button because it's a lot more easier to take that next step than going ahead and typing those details. So when you have the boxes already live on the website, let's say emails and also the name and plus the submit button, that seems like a little bit more work than actually just clicking the box itself. So it's more of a psychology thing where I tend to find that by testing the two of them, I tend to find that the one with the box to click on is actually a lot more higher in terms of conversion rate. So I recommend trying that one out. And here, when you click on the actual box, you will see that it says edit pop-up. So I want to go ahead and edit that, click on that. Now here, you can actually have it as simple as you want it to be, which basically just have an email box where people can type in their emails and click send me the list. Or if you want, you can go a little bit more technical and maybe add in the name as well on top of this. So if you want to edit this, you essentially just highlight the email box by clicking on it. And then you can go to fields. And here you can add a field. So you can add in, let's say, in this case, first name. You can say first name and maybe possibly move that up as well, because typically we have the first name on top of the email. So you can click on this little up arrow. And there you go. And that's now moved to the top. And you have first name and also email. Now, another thing here you could do is actually add an integration to Leadpages. So I currently use another email marketing provider. So I actually linked up that one with Leadpages. So therefore, whenever I get an actual sign up, that's then taken straight to my email marketing provider and essentially add that to my email list there. And you can also sign up to get lead notifications to your email once someone has signed up to your email list. So to do that, you can essentially go add integration. You can go for lead notification as one of the options where you get emails on the back of your leads coming in, or you can actually go to your different kind of email marketing services and link those up as well. You can choose MailChimp, ConvertKit, Drip, whichever it is that you actually use. It just makes your life really easy because everything's automated behind the scenes. Now, once you've done that, the last step really for this box is to go to the action section where you want to choose what happens after someone signs up to become a lead on this page. So in this case, you can either choose to remain on page, which I don't highly recommend because I think it's better to actually take them somewhere else as a thank you page as a best practice. The reason for that is because once you do that, for example, if you use this page on, let's say, Facebook advertising, you can actually track how many people signed up to this page from your Facebook ad that landed ultimately as a thank you page, because that person now counts as a successful sign up because they actually finished submitting their information and ended up on the next page. So by having a thank you page, I think it makes your life a lot easier in terms of doing social media ads tracking, Google advertising tracking, and things like that. So I think it makes sense to have one if you can. And also it's just good practice because even if you're not tracking or using social media or online advertising, it's still good to let the individual know that their email was submitted successfully. And therefore they're definitely going to be getting that freebie or a download guide, whatever it is that they actually sign up for, to be in their inbox later. So that's all done there. Now I'll probably just change this one to white, just make it a little bit more easier to read on the black box. And there you go. Great. And when you click out of it, it will actually come out of that. Now you can also put in your logo, your business name down here as well, which I highly recommend. And last but not least, when you go to the bottom, usually I would actually put, let's say, your privacy policy, your cookies policy down here. It's just because depending on where you are in the world at the moment, for example, in the UK, GDPR is still pretty much in play. So you want to make sure that you're ticking off all the boxes in terms of what you need to put there in order to take others' information on the internet. Now, on the Leadpage side, this is all pretty much done, and you can essentially start collecting email addresses straight away by using this demo page here. So now when I put this to live by hitting publish, and let's say here, publish demo page for YouTube. So that's all published. If you go to this page here, which I can copy this link and put into the description of the video, you will actually see that the demo page is live. So let's in this case, let's put that here, give that a try. And there you go. This is the live page itself on the internet. And essentially you can say, get the list, put your details in here and send me the list. And that's it. So I hope that you see that it's really easy to do a landing page from scratch using Leadpages templates and literally taking me minutes to do that. And once it's all done, you can now go ahead and start sharing these pages anywhere you want in your social media bios, in your own website, sharing your newsletters, wherever it is really easy to link to this. So what do you think? I hope that was a helpful tutorial for you to show you how I use landing pages day in, day out in my business, especially using an easy tool like Leadpages that I've been using since the beginning of my business online. And the beauty thing about Leadpages is that once I create it, I can set it on autopilot, essentially having it run in the background of my business, collecting the email addresses, leads, and also sales while I'm actually getting on with the rest of my business during the day. So I think landing pages are really effective in that way, where you can set it, and as long as you monitor on a regular basis, essentially have it on autopilot in the background. So do you currently use landing pages in your business, or maybe consider using landing pages going forward? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any other questions on digital marketing or social media in general, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below as well. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you can try out Leadpages for yourself for 14 days for free by using the link in my description below. And also, I love featuring my own followers. So if you currently use Leadpages or you're trying out Leadpages, make sure to take a photo of it and tag me over on Instagram at I'm Laurie Wang. And I'd love to see it, but also share it with others in my community. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also share with a friend who might also need this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.